Welcome back, guys. So today, before we start doing our examples, we'll talk about the link. Remember, in our HTML, we did something like this: ahref, where we link to a particular site, and we put the anchor text in between. Let's say, link to my website. So if I go to our page and I refresh, you can see if I click on this, so it should take me to another page, but we don't have any now. Okay, let's just look for one online page. Mm, okay, let me just google google. Sorry, I don't know how to spell Google again. Google.com. Excuse me. Well, a mistake. Let's names of fine names of handsome guys. So click let's see. So you could see different names of handsome guys. So let's pick this link. This link is where we want to link to from our HTML. So we'll come in here, put the link here. So we'll say, from here we'll say click here to see names of and some guys. Let's proceed with a p tag. Okay, let's wrap it in a div. Let's give our div, let's give the class name, let's call this links. So it's links. So if we come here now and we refresh, you can see this here is highlighted. So if you click here, it should take us to another site. So let's right click and say open in a new tab. You can see it's taking us to where we could see list of handsome guys. It's a pity I don't have my name here. I'll try and include mine because I know I'm handsome too. Okay, so we are here now. Now, what do you want to do? You want to learn styles that has to do with links. How we can use CSS to style our link. Okay, the first one we're going to be learning is, if we come in here now, if I come to our CSS here now, and I said A, that's the tag. If I say color, if I say red, remember our initial color here wasn't red. So if I refresh, you see this has changed to red. Well, that means for every anchor tag we have in this particular page, everything will be red. Because if I should come in here now and put another href in this, so that means these two will be red. And if I should have another div entirely and I put another href there, that one too will be red. So in order to avoid things like that, so we could just do what we did the other time. We could style and say, okay, check for div link and the anchor tag inside link. That's the only one you make red. So we can just come here and say, okay, dot div dot link, then space, then a. It will still remain. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry, we had a p before we had a a. What's going on? Is our name? Let me check. Okay, it's links, not link. I was scared. So links. So the every anchor tag inside div links should be red. Yeah, it's correct. So I could just come in here and create. Let me just copy this div and bring it here, and I'll call this one links one. And if I go back, I'll refresh, you see this one is not red because it's not inside the particular one. But if you notice, after clicking on this, it still doesn't change. We don't know whether it has been clicked or not, whether it's visited or not. So we have another style that we can use for that. I can say okay, dot links a, then I can say visited. That is, if this has been clicked, turn the color to yellow. So we are learning new tags as we're trying to work on examples. So if I refresh this now, because it has been clicked earlier, that's why it's yellow. Because it has been visited, that's why I'm having it as yellow. Okay, so I can say okay, let's say dot links a well over. That is, when you hover my mouse over it, I want the color to be, let's say, blue. Come here and refresh. You can see once I hover my mouse over it, it's blue. Let me hard reset, add refresh. So if I should come here now and put my mouse on it, it's blue. So we can apply the same to this. If you notice, we have an underline here. I might want to remove the underline. We can just, to remove the underline, we call it text decoration. We can just say dot link. Okay, let's just put it inside here. We can say okay, text decoration. We don't want anything, none. You can see no more text decoration. To make this obvious, let me just turn our h this to it. Let me just add h1 to this, please, so that sorry, I pressed something else. Let me just add h1 so that to make our hair bigger, so that we could see very well. Okay, so if I refresh this now, you can see. So this is it. So now there are still more we could add. Let me remove this visited. The color looks so ugly. So if I over, I have blue. So we have a lot. We have the active and so on and so forth. Okay, I can say okay, dot links a active. I can say okay, column is equals to, let me use aqua, then I'll say text decoration. It should give you a line through. Now if I refresh this, we're not getting any action. Why? Because it's not active yet. How do we make it active? We can go in here and put, okay, let's say come here and say sorry, I think I'm missing something here. Okay, I'm trying. I think I'm missing something here. Let me try and make it active. Can't really remember. It's active directly, or I have to put a class. I think a class is needed. Might need some JavaScript to do that. Let's continue with the ones we have. Then we'll come back to that later. Okay, so we can add this to this text decoration here of saying initially we say none. I can say okay, let's leave it like this. Let's come in, let's put this here. Let's see, when we hover it, we should have a line through. Now you can see we have a line through whenever we hover. So we also have some other tags I want us to look into. When we talk about, we can deal with, we call it cursor. We can deal with the cursor itself. So we can say, we can change the cursor and say, okay, for this particular one, I want a different cursor. I want it to show a different cursor for this particular link. Okay, let's try with this. Let's say dot links a. Okay, sorry, we already have this style. Let's just go back to it. We already have this done. Just a cursor. It could be a pointer. If we come in here and refresh, you see it's a pointer. You guys, it's the general pointer. We could say, okay, we don't want a pointer. We want help. If we refresh this, come to our cursor, you can see it's having a question mark below. That's help. That's an help pointer, and help cursor rather. We have a lot of them. We have a lot of them here. You can see we have a lot of them. I could say, okay, I want it to be move. I want the cursor to show as if I want to move it. If I come in here, and you see it's showing a 3-way arrow, a 4-way arrow. That is move. So that's that about our link, and we still have more that we can learn on our own. So quickly before I will end the video, so let's check out list. How can we style our list with our style sheet? I believe we know what we mean by list. At one point that we've seen list before, so we have ordered and unordered list. So let's come here, let's put in the list here. So we have a UL, that's our unordered list. Then we have list, we'll say a day. You've learned all this in your HTML. So let's have just this list. Let's go to our browser and refresh. So these are the lists 1, 2, 3. So we want to use our style sheet on the list to style the list. So the first thing we can do with our style sheet, we can set to say, okay, this particular list, the style type. Let's do this. Let me see. I'll just say, let's look at it. L1 so list style type, I want Georgia. So if I come here and I refresh, can you see? So this is the list style type. So we could change what will be here from our style sheet. I can say, okay, I want the list. Okay, let me see if I can get Roman. Okay, lower Roman. So if I come in here, I refresh, you see we have the lower Roman numeral. So I want to use an image as the list here. So how do I get to use an image? Just come in here, say, okay, the list type, what I want here is we have list style image. Remember, don't forget, every time we use our URL, then let's use our image that we have in our file. We'll go 2 steps backward, and we'll go into images, then we'll go, let's use the .jpg. So if I come back here now and I refresh, you can see this is way too big, so it might not work. I might need to look for a smaller image. You understand? Okay, so we have a lot of them like that. So let me add one more. I might actually end up adding 4 more, but let me just say I want to add one more. We can say, okay, list style position, we want outside. I should come here and refresh. This is outside. Let me say, okay, we want it might not be obvious, or maybe you're using some kind of border. You can see it's moved a bit this way. That's inside, exactly. So a lot that we could do with this CSS and list. So we could also give margins. We could say, okay, margin between our lists can be this and that. That will be for you. You can just try that. Now we can give colors, background colors. I can say, okay, I want my unordered list, my UL. I want background color of let's say this. If I should go there and I refresh, you see the whole UI is having a particular background. Now I can try to say, okay, after that I want my L1, I want a different color for my L1. That's my list. I want a white color for my list. If I refresh, I have that for my list. So that's styling our list. So that's just all. So probably in our next video we'll touch styling our tables, different styles available to our tables. So thank you very much, guys. See you some other time.